I'm just sitting here in my pimped out office. Hi everyone, Rebecca here from Everlasting Comfort. Let me turn down my 90s jamming music. Welcome to my office, everyone. We're talking about all things office related to pimp out your office, so I thought, what better way than to see all of these items in action, right? So yeah, we're gonna talk about that today. I'm gonna wait just another minute or two for people to hop on. Hello, welcome. Let me type on into the chat. Hi, Liz. What up, Liz? Hi, I'm Rebecca. Perfect. Okay, it's hard to type into the thing while also then trying to keep my camera from shaking. We don't want it to shake. Yeah, happy Tuesday, everyone. Thanks for joining me again today. Like I said, we're going to be talking about all things to pimp out your office, to make your office a little more comfortable, a little more sanitary, a little more exciting. And we're going to get started in just a moment here. I feel like this is an episode of Cribs, like, welcome to my crib. Let me take you on the tour. Let's go. But actually, we are going to tour everything that I have in my office. Can you spot all of the Everlasting Comfort products? Because they are scattered throughout here. There's a lot of them. Yeah, we're going to talk about all of them today. So, if you're just joining us, thank you for joining us. My name is Rebecca. I am your Everlasting Comfort Amazon Live product specialist. And you are here in my office this evening talking about all things office product related. I'm in Austin, Texas. Let me know in the message box where you guys are. Make sure you are following us on Amazon. Click the follow button as you're watching this. Make sure you're unmuting so that you can hear what's going on. And then click those little stars in the bottom right hand corner to show us some love. And then you can even go one step further and make sure you're also following us on Instagram if you aren't already. We are trying to get to 2,000 followers on Amazon. So we have like over 40,000 followers on Instagram. Psh, easy peasy. But we have just under 1,600 followers here on Amazon. We just started doing these live, so we'll take it. But spread the word. Pass on these links to your friends. Tell them to follow and hang out with me. And maybe some other friends as well, as we talk about our products, as we do giveaways, as we get feedback from you guys. And yeah, let's jump right in. Okay, so we're gonna start, if you guys already are familiar with our Everlasting Comfort products, a lot of them relate to making sitting more comfortable, and that's what we're gonna start with today. I'm gonna tilt this down and come and sit over here so that way you guys can actually see everything that I've done to my chair in action. There's a couple other accessories that don't work with my office chair, unfortunately, but we're going to talk about all of them so that you can truly, as the name of this live is, pimp out yo office. So let's get to it. So, okay, let me just make sure that you guys can see, because I want you to be able to see our first product. Bam! There it is. It's black, so it's a little bit hard to see, but let's talk about our footrest here. Just gonna sit in here and get comfortable. But let me move this out here so you guys can see it. This is our footrest. It belongs right there underneath your desk or wherever it is that you're using it. I know you guys have heard me talk about how sometimes I'd like to bring this with me in the car. But for today, we're talking about all things in the office. All of our products are pretty multi-purpose, but we're just going to talk about things related to the office. Oh, I can't see who's there. Taylor. Hi, Taylor. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Taylor, where are you watching from? I know Liz is watching as well, and she is in Texas. So hook 'em and yeehaw and insert all your other Texas slangs in there as well. But let me know as you guys come in where you are. Taylor, thanks for joining us. I'm going to get back and sit on my footrest because honestly, wait, Michigan. Oh my God, amazing. Ooh, it's cold by you, isn't it? I will say this morning in Texas, don't get mad at me, but it was 30 degrees. It may have even been 29, which is definitely cold for us. Right now, though, it's like 60? Freezing. Yeah, so 29 degrees is definitely, I mean, it's literally below freezing, but in Michigan, I'm sure it stays that temperature all day long. That's the thing about Texas in the winter. In the morning, you have to turn the heat on, and then by the afternoon, you have to turn the air conditioning on. So like this morning, very cold. Now, 60 degrees. Lovely day, really beautiful day now. This morning is definitely cold though. Do you have snow, Taylor? Yeah, Liz, good question. We'll see if Texas gets snow again this year. You guys keep chatting. Enjoy being in the box. I love the interaction. New Jersey. Is it Torrin? Torrin, New Jersey. Yeah, I'm actually from New Jersey. I lived in Texas for like 6 years now, but where are you from in New Jersey? This is so exciting. Guys, I'm going to get to the products in just a moment, I swear, but I love seeing you guys on the chat. And from here, the chat is too far away for me to see it. Keep chatting. We have a little snow. Okay, we'll take it. Are there fun sports to do at least in Michigan with all the snow? Like, do you guys have skiing there? Or you go like, what is it called when you're not going down a hill, but you have like the snowshoes on and you're just like hiking through snow and you have the big snowshoes. Harrison. I'm not sure I know where that is. I'm from Maplewood, which is in northern New Jersey. Jersey Unite, what? You'll see, I've been told that I have a slight accent with certain words. Maybe you guys will catch it. I'm definitely not from Texas, but I have lived here for a while, and my husband is from Texas, but I'm a little bit of an imposter in the Texas era. I say y'all because everyone says y'all, but Jersey girl for life. Okay, I swear, we're gonna get to work now. This is good. Keep interacting here, and let me talk about my setup. I have my footrest, which this product is currently highlighted here. This is the first product we're talking about. It's on a little sale right now, so please follow these lives. If you're interested in any of our products, we do different sales all the time, so please do not buy them full price. I mean, if you want to buy it full price, I'm not going to be mad about it, but also you might be mad about it because things are almost always on sale. So just keep track. That's why you should follow us on Amazon so that way you know. Okay, so our footrest. We're going to put this underneath the desk here. It's going to make it a lot more comfortable for your feet. This is going to be great just because it is nice and squishy and it's elevating your knees. This is going to relieve some pressure off of your legs and your hips, and it's also going to help increase circulation in your legs. So not only is this comfortable, like it's very nice to squish and it's super soft. This product has our super plush velvet on the outside of it, but it's actually healthier for you to sit this way. And then I don't know if you guys can see this, if it's tilted down far enough. I'm like squishing it with my feet, but then you can't see. There we go. I'll tilt it back up in a minute. But the fun part about this is you can use it this way, and then it's going to stay in place here. It has these grips on the back. And then if you turn it over like this, if you're like me and you need something that's like a fidget spinner, then you have this and it's a foot rocker. This is also even more so going to help increase circulation, and it helps you stretch through your feet. It gets the ankles moving. You know, when we're sitting for too long, things do not flow the way that they should. So go ahead and you can flip this and turn it over whenever you'd like. And then, let's see if I can do this with just my feet. Yeah, and then flip it back so it's comfortable again. Let me move my way up. Torin, thank you for following. I love that. I'm gonna go a little bit out of order here because I'm gonna go from the ground up because I'm gonna move on to my seat cushion. This seat cushion that I'm currently using is our donut cushion. This can be used for multiple purposes outside of just making your office chair more comfortable. This is like a really good seat cushion to use for, I want to say, medicinal purposes, if that makes sense. Obviously it's not medicine, but this is really good post-injury. That's the phrase that I want to use. But it works for both because it does have this piece that comes out to make it just a full circle. But if you are dealing postpartum, if you have any hemorrhoids, awkward to talk about, but hemorrhoids, if you have any issues with your tailbone, and there's a couple of other things here. If you need sort of the nether regions to not make contact with something when you are sitting, then of course you're going to use this donut pillow. It's a classic donut pillow. You know, if you have any kind of surgery or anything happening in that area, sometimes the hospital sends you home literally with like an inflatable donut. This is going to be a huge upgrade. Just like the footrest, it has the grips on the back so it will stay in place. And then like I said, once you are done with healing from your post-injury, then you can pop this on. I sometimes like to sit with it without the middle in it. That I think is comfortable as well. So it's just whatever your preference is. This is going to be on the smaller side of our seat cushions here. So if you have a small chair, then maybe this is the size you want and just that is the one that works. But yeah, so that is one option for sitting and for making your chair a little bit more comfortable. We talked about all of the post-op reasons for using this, but obviously if you're just sitting all day in a chair and you want to upgrade your chair experience a little bit, this is going to help you sit up a little more straight. Like I said, it's going to relieve pressure on your tailbone and on your low back because it is suspended and elevated. And it's just going to be a little more comfortable. This also comes in the super soft velvet. Can you see this? It's so nice. Yes, that's so smart. I like my feet moving subconsciously when I'm working. Yeah, sometimes you just need to, you know, fidget a little bit. Or just, even if it's just squatting down so my head is not cut off. Hey guys! Yeah, it's just a nice, just to have a little bit of movement to keep things going. So yeah, this is super soft. Just like the footrest and just like all of the cushions that I'm going to show you guys, these pieces completely zip off so that way you can take it out and wash it and then put it back together to keep it clean. Let's talk about another seat cushion here. I'm going to swap this out. We have several seat cushions. I'm just talking about 2 of them today. But then let's upgrade to our big one here. Let me move this out of the way. I'm going to highlight this here. Okay, so this is, in the listing it says it's like a wheelchair cushion, but again, you can use this for whatever you'd like. If you can see with my chair here, it's like a perfect square. And that bad boy fits perfectly on top of it. I also have another chair in my kitchen that this fits really nicely in. So I think it's super comfortable that way. Again, it has the grips on the bottom. You can zip off the top. This is going to be a little bit more firm. And in general, obviously, there's no hole in here. So no fancy ergonomic design to relieve pressure off of that tailbone. This is going to evenly distribute pressure all across the bottom area and all across your seat. So for me, I like to sit on my chair cross-legged. So this is bigger, so it fits my entire shape of my body on it when it's like this. And like I said, I use this one a little more often at my kitchen chair because that one's bigger and it's a wooden chair. So it's not very comfortable and this just adds a little bit of cushiness and it feels great. This chair on its own, yeah, and, you know, it has some squish to it, but this white chair, it's kind of old, so it is starting to deflate a little bit. So again, upgrade your seating experience. When I'm not doing these lives, I am sometimes working at a computer. I feel very lucky to say that I'm usually out and about, but like if I am sitting at a computer, even if it's only for 1 hour a day, it's got to be comfortable. Otherwise, I'm going to be fidgeting with my footrest, like hardcore, rocking it back and forth, just being crazy with it. So I definitely bring this seat cushion or my donut cushion with me and move it all around the house. So I do also sometimes use this cushion and take it with me in the car. So yeah, multifaceted, great for the office as well. I'm going to set this over here so that we can now move up and then talk about the back of the chair here and go to our lumbar support. Let me just backtrack here. Okay, so I have right here, I'm going to highlight the blue one because that's the one that I have here. Let's see, I also have the black one here. So I've got this one as well. And then I put up on the live, you love my office setup. Thank you, Mrs. Powell. I think it's cute. Right, I got some plants. And this is my, love the blue one, my favorite. Yeah, okay, so the blue is great. It's just this really nice, bold color. If you are into color, then go for it. It also comes in black, it comes in red, which I'll highlight right now. It also comes in a navy color and a gray color. So you do have a range of options, just whatever aesthetic works for you. A lot of people have black chairs. I'm like the only person that has a white chair and then tries to keep it clean, or attempts to keep it clean. But if you want it to sort of, not hide, but if you want it to not show off, and like if you have a black chair, get the black one. I've had the back cushion straps. Yes. So yeah, perfect. Camilla, thank you so much. That is a good point. So let's take a look here. We'll see it in action. This goes along the back of the chair. The back of this bad boy is pretty small. You're gonna get extra hooks on this. So you can see there's this piece right here. On this one that I have on this chair, I just removed this. So snap it off. Snap it off. Let me put this over here. And then you just rehook it to make it smaller. But these are also adjustable. So you have this here so you can make it smaller or bigger. The widest that this can go is for a seat back chair that's 32 inches. That's really big. That's going to be talking like if you want to be using this in your car. So if you have like a very, very big chair, just make sure you measure it first. And then you could probably get extras of these as well if you need to expand it even more. But with this expander and then this regular piece, your threshold is going to be at 32 inches. But yeah, just like all of our other cushions here, this is going to zip off. So we've got our zipper here. You can pull it off. This one is our gel memory foam. So this one has those little holes in it, which add in for extra ventilation. If you just run hot, and you want something that has a little extra cooling effect, then go for the gel version. The gel version only comes in black. So this is a lovely option, and you can do the black. If you do not run hot, or if you live in Michigan where it's freezing and you're not worried about sweating, then you can get any of the fantastic colors that we mentioned before for this lumbar support. And basically with the lumbar support, it might be kind of obvious. Dustin, thank you. Grab yourself a lumbar support cushion today. But these are going to help you sit a little bit taller. It's going to help with posture. It's going to support the back, making sure that you're sitting up straight and keeping proper alignment. And again, it's going to help you pimp out your office, because that is our theme today. And yeah, it's just going to add that little extra element to your office chair. I don't know if you guys have seen, I feel like the classic office chair are those giant black, like really sort of futuristic looking. They're like mesh and they're super curved. And I feel like the word ergonomic design always is involved with their descriptions. If you have one of those, fantastic. But as you can see, this is just like a regular old chair. This is pretty flat along the side. There's like a little bit of a curve to it, but this chair is basically just a square shape. And it fits within the aesthetic of my room and my office because everything is white, but there's no back support at all. It is comfy. It's a lot comfier if you add one of these as well. So I just like having this on there just as that extra back support and giving that extra cushion here. And it adds some extra comfort. Yes, Rachel, thank you. It is comfy. I might just sit in it right now to show you guys. So I usually sit in it and then I have to move it up a little bit because this chair goes down low. And then I should probably tighten the straps a little bit. But then this is gonna help me sit up a little straighter. It's giving me just that perfect amount of support along the side where the curve of my back is, that curve should naturally be there. So you wanna be supporting that instead of sitting up against something that's completely flat and like trying to flatten out the spine. So yeah, this is gonna be situation. And I wish that this chair leaned back because then that would be like the ultimate comfort, relaxing, and then with my feet up on my footrest. It'd be lovely. Okay, so we've got red. That's currently highlighted. The red is, I feel like the red colors always disappear the fastest. I think they're unique and they're rare. So if you are interested in the red, the one that's highlighted now, grab it. We got the blue. The blue is on sale It's a little cheaper than the red one, so you know, if you're looking to be more economic about it and you want one of these, grab that. And then again, here, we also have the black one is also on sale, so you can check that one out as well. I am going to quickly talk about a bundle real quick here. This is the Ultimate Pimp Out Yo Office Bundle. And it's currently 35% off. This is going to be more expensive because it is 3 products combined in one. But if you're looking to just purchase all the products together, you've got a seat cushion. This is the U-shaped seat cushion, which also is going to help alleviate tension on your lower back. This has the footrest, and then it also has the lumbar support cushion all together. The trifecta of chair comfort is going to be in this bundle right here. So check that out. Again, it's 35% off. That is a really great deal. So definitely check that out. And make your office chair a little more comfortable. Yeah. Let's move along. We're going to shy away. We have a couple more things to talk about in terms of chair stuff, but we're going to move on to a couple other different products that will help pimp out your office as well. Justin, I have one in my office and one in your kitchen chair. Amazing. You've got multiple. So that would be one way. If you buy 2 and you have one really wide chair and then one skinnier chair, you can take the extender from one and then use it for the other. And then you can collect all the different colors. That's smart. Your kitchen chair, yeah, kitchen chairs are generally just not that comfortable, but we sit in them a lot. Like, you're eating maybe 2 or 3 meals there, especially if you're working from home. So we're focusing on the office, but you guys know that all of our products can be used for multiple things. So yeah, I'm going to move on to our diffuser in just a moment here. I'm going to re-highlight our donut cushion. This cushion is relatively new, so go ahead and check it out. We'd love to get feedback from you guys. It has 123 positive reviews right now, and we'd love to keep that going and continue the momentum on this new product. We're gonna do a live either next week, soon, that's on all of our new products, because we do have a number of products that have just launched in the last couple of days. I'm sorry, in the last couple of weeks. And we have some more new products that are coming this month or next month, so get excited for that as well. Okay, so seat cushion options here. Let's take a break from sitting for just a moment and move on to our diffusers here. Has anyone spotted where the light wood color diffuser is in this room? It's kind of hiding. I think it's obvious, but the dark wood one is right here. It's still a little too bright outside. I don't know if you guys can see the mist coming out of it. We'll see, the sun is going down, so maybe by the end of the live, you guys will be able to see it. But this bad boy is going here. Oh wait, I didn't have my top all on. Oh yeah, you can see it now. Why is mist so mystifying? It's just lovely. So, okay, let's talk about our diffusers here. Wait, did anyone want to guess where the other diffuser is? It's like playing I Spy, but on my shelves, because there's a lot of stuff going on the shelf. We're just going to talk about the light brown one. I'm sorry, the dark brown one now. And if anyone wants to holler and shout out, you see the mist and the blue light. Yeah, so it's still a little bright in here. Top right shelf, Camilla. She found it. You guys are good. Where's Waldo? But with our diffusers. I love it. Thanks for humoring me, guys. I love playing these silly little games with you guys. It's so much more fun when we're interacting. So I appreciate you guys with handling the dad jokes and then the silly games that we play here. So yeah, now that I had the top was not fully on, but now you can see the mist coming out. But yeah, let's talk about our diffusers here. Classic diffuser. These have, like we were talking about, there's the dark wood option, which is over here. That's the one that I have highlighted now. And then we also have the light wood color here, which is currently on sale. It's 21% off, so check that out. And yeah, classic diffuser. I think that these are really pretty. It's plastic, but it has that kind of nice wood finish on it, so that way it matches with kind of any aesthetic. Wood is definitely in right now, and it can match anywhere. But let's just take a look at the mechanics of this. This one is empty. I'm not using it while the other one is going, but you You basically have 3 parts. There's a cord that comes with it as well. This one's obviously not plugged in. And then it's the top and the bottom piece. It does come with this little microfiber cloth and this little tiny broom, so that way you can clean it out. Diffusers and anything that you use with water do need to be cleaned out and dried every now and then. So just keep that in mind. But you can see, I don't know if you can see it, there is an LED light on this, which is kind of fun. I have mine on the rotating setting, so every now and then, it's not quite dark enough to see it in here, but every now and then you can see that the color there will change. But that's happening in this strip right here. Super simple. You plug it in the bottom here. The bottom piece that plugs into this is flat. And then this is slightly elevated through here, so the cord will lay flat. No worries there. And then we've got a couple buttons here. One says light, and that's to control the LED light. You click it once. You'll keep clicking it to change the color you want, and then one of the settings eventually is the one where it will cycle through all the colors. I love that one the best, so that's usually setting that mine is on. And then the other button says mist, and you have the option to have it mist for an hour, 3 hours, 6 hours, or just to stay on. This is going to turn off at some point because I set this like about a half hour ago and put it on for an hour. So if you see it stop, let me know and then I'll reset it. But yeah, so you just put the water in here. This carries 400 milliliters, if that means anything to you. But there's a little fill line right here, so you know that is the maximum amount of water you want to put in there. This will have an automatic shut off if you run out of water. It'll just turn off on its own, so you don't have to worry about that. And you just put the water in here, and then you would just put a few drops of your essential oils directly into this tub, plug it in, put the top back on, and then you are set to go. So if you can see, now that I have all this mist coming out here, before I had the top so it was slightly askew. And then you're like, why isn't any of the mist coming out? If the mist isn't coming out, then it's probably because the top is not on correctly. So a simple fix, just adjust it, and then you can continue. I currently have, let's see, these essential oils. What I have in there right now is a blend of sweet orange, lavender, patchouli, peppermint, and sweet basil. It's called Chill Pill. So it's like a combination of a couple of different scents. We always like to talk about essential oils in the comments, so if you have a favorite essential oil, please comment what it is below. Guaranteed the majority of the people love lavender because it's a classic. It's calming, it's soothing. Almost, okay, I'm not gonna say no one. I was gonna say that no one, but I'll say almost no one dislikes lavender. Like, I haven't met anyone yet who does not like the lavender scent. I'm sure they exist. But let me know what your favorite scents are. I'm just like everyone else, and I love lavender. Call me basic. But I also love a citrus scent. Exactly. Megan loves the lavender. Everyone loves lavender. I also just feel like lavender is the most known essential oil. It's like the most common. But yeah, I don't know. We'll have to explore some other scents here. It's a very inoffensive scent, right? It's light, it's calming, everyone generally likes it. So we'll take it. I've got that going on here. I can definitely smell that, as well as a citrus going. And I love it. It's great. Okay, so that is our diffuser. Diffusers are going to be great to have in your office. One, because if you have space for it, they're really cute. Like, I keep this on my shelf all the time, regardless of if it is actually in action or not, because it just looks nice. Like, these are, I think, very aesthetically pleasing, and they just kind of up the aesthetics of your office a little bit. It's also gonna help set the mood. If you're very into scents, then I think essential oils are kind of the future of scents. They're like a much less toxic version of like scented candles or Febreze sprays or those Glade plugins. Like, no shade to any of those, but an essential oil is pure, so it's just going to be a little less intense. And there's a lot of, I don't know a ton about essential oils, but a lot of people swear by them of having a lot of therapeutic properties. So if you're trying to bring some calm to your office space, if you're like stressed out doing work, this is going to be, especially lavender, because that's calming. This is going to be a lot more effective than like sticking in a plug-in or like spraying Febreze. need that citrus for energy during the workday. Exactly. The citrus is like great for in the morning. It's gonna wake you up. It's got those sort of like upping vibes. So then we're lavender. It is the evening, so we're all winding down now. Yeah, and there's just so many options, and like this one, they're all mixed together. Anyways, okay, I can blab on and on about essential oils and diffusers all day. This is about pimping yo office. So what is more pimp than having amazing aromatherapy happening in your office to set the vibes and to get your work on? Not much. Not much. Except for maybe our next product, which is our mouse pad. Now, your office truly is not pimped out unless you have a mouse pad. I don't know about you guys, but when I was younger, the mouse pad in our house was always like one of those. It's like, okay, I'm trying to describe this to see if anyone else had this as well. It was like you would draw a picture as a little kid, and then your parents would like submit it somewhere online, and then the picture would be printed on your mouse pad. Or it's like the family greeting card is on the mouse pad. Something. There's some kind of picture on the mouse pad. That was definitely the one we had growing up, and my parents were very kind to let me do the honors of designing it, and it was like an underwater mermaid scene. They might still have that mouse pad, which it would be very old at this point, and I'm sure it's falling apart. Speaking of falling apart, that's actually a perfect segue to say that all of the cushions or anything that has our memory foam has a lifetime replacement warranty. So if at some point, I was like, what are you guys talking about? My dinosaur? I'm just gonna bring this guy a little bit closer. Okay, this had I bought this and I did not know that the succulent inside of it was real. I thought it was fake, and now I've had it for like 2 years, and then I noticed one day, that it turned brown because I literally never watered it ever, and clearly it's dead. But like it's glued in there. Like these rocks are not, okay, there's like a couple of things falling out because this is crunchy. Anyways, this is my succulent dinosaur that I accidentally murdered. But he's still cute. He's still cute. I got this at a farmer's market in Austin. Very cute. But yeah, with our mouse pad, this is going to provide extra wrist support. You need a mouse pad here, whether you have a wireless mouse or one that connects like I do. But this is just going to help. You guys know what mouse pads do. It's pretty simple. But like I said, these do have a lifetime replacement warranty. So if you are like my family that has had the same mouse pad for like over 25 years and it starts to crumble, or kind of that like non-slip backing is starting to not be non-slip anymore, let us know, contact our customer service, and we will get you a new one for free. When you purchase the mouse pad, it also comes with this other accessory that goes along the bottom of your laptop. Along obviously the bottom of your laptop, but along the base of the keyboard. So you just put it down over here, so that way you can kind of have it resting. Another way to rest your wrists on it for a little extra support. Since we're talking about offices, like those are pretty simple accessories, but they're going to elevate things just a little bit. You gotta have a mouse pad. So get that pairing together. A super simple product. 26% off right now. So if you're interested in it, go ahead and grab that here. And let's move on to our next product, which is our armrests. Okay, my chair doesn't have armrests, so I can't show this to you guys in action, but it's a pretty simple product. So I can go over, there's a couple things. I have one of them out of the case. This has a combination of our pure memory foam as well as our gel memory foam to make this super cushy and comfortable to rest your arms on them. The installation is super easy. We've got that quiet Velcro all along the side of it that you can pull off. It's gonna come off like this, and then you're gonna loosen it right here. It's getting stuck. This Velcro is very effective. It's gonna get stuck to my shirt. So you just loosen it, and then you would slide this on top of the armrest. We have 2 straps, which makes us the product just a little bit different than a lot of the other products out there, just because sometimes they only come with 1 strap and then it will slide. It won't stay completely on. Excuse me. But this will, along with at the bottom, it has our classic grips on here. Can you guys see this? It's too bright, so I don't know if it's going to focus. But you can see it has these little grips along the bottom, the little rubber grips, so that way it will stay in place. Then once you do have this, I'm just going to put it on my arm. I'm going to put the armrest on my arm. That's the classic place of where it should go. I'm just going to open one of them because this is hard to do with one hand and this hand will be occupied. Da, 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 da. So yeah, once this is around, you make it as tight as you need to. And then if you want, if you're gonna leave this on that particular chair, you can just cut this piece off. Or this is Velcro on both sides, so then you can also just wrap it back and then stick it back on top of itself. And I'll say, there's gonna be like a little excess here. So again, if you wanna cut it off, you can do that. But yeah. And that is our armrest here. It comes on them, it says right and left. Let me show you the other one. I have the other one out of the casing on it because I think the inside just looks cool, so I wanted to show you guys. But yeah, so you can take the entire outside cover off and wash it, which is the case with just about all of our Everlasting Comfort products because we want them to stay clean. So we want you to be able to wash them. We want you to be able to use them forever, and just to be able to continue using these products. So yeah, so this is the inside of the armrest. It's so nice. I was joking yesterday that this is my armrest foam. It's so cool. The cooling gel on the inside is great. But yeah, nice and squishy. It's gonna feel great supporting your arms underneath it, and then it just zips around here. Sometimes when things are washable and they have a casing on them or a cover on them, once you wash the cover, it is almost impossible to put it back on. But I'm going to show you guys that it is not impossible. I have not done this before, certainly not during a live, and there is Velcro involved. So please give me some grace. But there's a pretty big opening here, and this should just slide right in. So you want the squishy part obviously facing up. I'm going to put this in, squeeze it back into its case. Ba, 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 ba. Bam! Just like that, it's back in action. Did anyone time that? Because that was really fast. This is obviously one of our smaller products. But I promise, like, even with some of our seat cushions, which are like a weird shape, they are very easy to put the covers back on. So you will actually want to wash them because it's not going to be a pain to put it back together. I definitely have some other products where it's like, this is totally washable, but then it's such a pain in the butt to actually wash it and then put it back together, like the cushions on my couch. It's so hard to put those cushions back on. It's literally a workout trying to strap them back on and zip everything together. It's so annoying. So these are not going to be like that. They're going to be easy. Just a couple of notes. So yes, all of these cushions and all of the covers that come off are washable. The word to the wise is to wash these in cold water on a gentle cycle. So wash all of your Everlasting Comfort products together at the same time, or just wash all of your things together that are on a gentle cycle. And then these can either air dry, or you can dry them on no heat, like just a fluff, or you can dry them on a very low setting. So yeah, make sure that you are taking proper care of these, and they should last you a very long time. But then if they don't worry, because we have a lifetime replacement warranty for any of our cushions. For the diffuser and for any of our electronics, I will say that those have a 2-year replacement warranty. So let us know within 2 years if anything happens to them, or if you gift it to anyone, then please let them know that they should contact us within 2 years if anything happens to it and it needs to be replaced. So yeah, speaking of electronics, let's move on to our next product here that is for pimpin' yo office. Okay, we're moving on to our humidifier, which, can anyone spot it? We'll play Where's Waldo again. I'm just gonna put this away here. If anyone wants to type in if they can spot the 4-liter humidifier, then just let me know. Holler in the holler in the form of typing. That's what I'm trying to say. Oh look, it turned off. I'm gonna turn this back on here. The light is still going, but there's no more mist coming out, so I'm gonna turn it on for another hour. Ba 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 ba. And there we go. We're back in action. Back to our chill pill diffuser. Over the book. On top of Something for Dummies book. Near the table. Amazing. You guys are awesome. Okay, yeah. So I wanted it to be in frame, but normally I would put it on the floor, but I wanted you guys to be able to see it. So I currently have it on Excel for Dummies, which is a very large book that's sitting on top of my trash can. But nice eye, everyone. It's kind of dark in this corner too, so I'm impressed. Let me pull it out here. I have the diffuser going, so I decided not to plug the humidifier in for real here as well. But I was reading all about humidifiers this afternoon, and I had no idea what a game changer they are. I have highlighted right here our 4-liter humidifier. We also have a larger humidifier, which I will go into depth and detail on another day, but we're gonna focus on the little one here because I think that this one is a nice size for an office space. These are really good for spaces of up to 300 square feet. It is going to run when it's filled up with water for about 40 hours. So you can keep the water in it and run for your whole work week. Turn it off when you go home, come back if you wanted. Hopefully you're not working 40 hours in a row. Otherwise, you guys need to take a vacation and not work too hard. That's too hard. But yeah, this one with the small one comes just in black. And it is, I like it because it is a nice square shape. Also, this is kind of a random feature, but one thing that I like about this, the way that it works, it's basically just these 2 parts. This is the part where you put the water in it. This is the part that powers it. But because this one is a square and it's flat on the bottom, I find this super easy to fill up because you can either put it down in your sink or rest it on a table or put it wherever you're gonna put it to fill it, and it stays flat. So then what you would do is you've got this little nozzle right here that you pop off, and then you would fill it up with water here. Then pop it back on, put it back in here, and then just plug it in and you are ready to go. With the smaller one, you don't have to worry really about anything. There's no buttons, no nothing. You just plug it in and let it go. One really nice feature of the humidifier, on the back here by the logo, there is this little sliding drawer, which you can pull out. And then right on that little white pad here is where you could put some essential oils. So this is going to be, let's see how I can phrase this. This will be way more diffused than the diffuser. So the diffuser is going to be a lot more concentrated. If you think about it, it's only at max 400 milliliters of water, and then you're putting the essential oils directly into the water. With this bad boy, it fits 4 liters, so that's a lot more. And then you're putting the essential oils on the side, so the water's kind of passing through it, but not directly in it. So it's going to be a very light essential oil scent. I will say, do not put the essential oils in the canister. You want to keep the canister as clean as possible. So actually, I take it back. When I was like, oh, you can fill this up and then use it for the whole week for 40 hours. You should clean it out every time you use it. You want to make sure that it's not keeping moisture in it for too long, because then when things are too moist, then it's a little overkill. Mold can grow, all that stuff. You want to make sure that this stays clean. So do not put the essential oils in it, because then you're going to have oil inside of this and it's going to be really hard to clean. But yeah, these are filterless, so there's nothing to replace and there is nothing to clean, as long as you're just putting clean water inside of here, and then empty it out and let it completely dry before kind of sealing it off and closing it off again. But yeah, these are a cool mist, so there's going to be no hot steam coming out, so it's going to be safe to use anywhere. But then especially if you have it in your office, it's not going to make your office hotter. It is going to make it increase the humidity, which is what you want from the humidifier, but it's not going to make the space like steamy and smoky and just feel thicker, because it's going to be a cool mist. So it's like just not as intense as having a hot mist, which is also mean it's going to be safe. So safe to have around kids if you're working from home and they're coming in and out of your office. If you can work that way, Godspeed. And then also if you have pets, which my dog comes in and bothers me all the time when I'm in here working. So this is going to be safe for them. Another important little feature you can see at the top here. Oh, let's put this set up right with my ring light. It's perfect. This little piece right here can pop out. No mist is going to come out if you are missing this little piece. So make sure when you're setting it up, when you're putting it together, that that piece is there, and then you will be golden. Okay, what I did today when I was reading about humidifiers, I was reading about the benefits of them, and my mind was blown. I had no idea that they're just like the science, and there's a lot of research that has gone into humidifiers and viruses. I feel like in past, we're like, yeah, it's good for your skin. It's good to make sure that your throat is not dry. It's good for snoring. It's good for like calming viruses. But there actually has been a lot of research on how humidifiers help to, specifically on humidifiers and the flu. It's like, so when the air is very dry, the flu particles and the germs are just floating everywhere, especially if a lot of examples that they talked about was like if you have someone in your house that's already sick, so the germs are there. The drier the air is, the thinner the air is, and then the more that the germs are going to bounce back and forth and be in the air and then be available for someone who's healthy to inhale and then possibly get sick from. But when you have more humidity in the air is a little bit heavier. It's not really noticeable for us, but for those tiny little particles, they're going to get caught in the water particles and they're going to be super heavy and then bloop, fall to the ground. So because they're heavy and they're trapped on the ground, make sure that you're cleaning your floor every now and then. And so they're just not going to be floating around in the air, so there's less of a chance of you inhaling it and then getting sick from that as well. Yeah, sorry for nerding out there, but I didn't know the science behind it of what it actually did, and it's just so simple that it is literally putting moisture in the air that makes it thicker and that makes germs heavier so that they are falling down to the ground and die instead of the like thriving in the air and floating around and trying to get into your body. So yeah, it is flu season. Obviously, we still exist in a world of COVID, so any way that we can dampen any germs at all, we're gonna take it. So get your humidifiers. This one, the small one, is 20% off right now. Take advantage of the discount while you have it. If you are working in an office where people are coming in and out of it, make sure that you have this to prevent transmission of flu or any other germs and stuff in there as well. And in addition to that, which I think is a really big deal, it is also going to help. It's inherently making it so that the air is less dry, especially if you're someplace really cold where you're cranking up the heat. But that's going to help with congestion. It's going to help with a dry throat. And then get another humidifier to not only have in your office, but to have in your bedroom, because there are a lot of benefits to sleeping with a humidifier as well. So yeah, those are my fun facts about the humidifier. Like I said, I do like this smaller model specifically for the office, just because if your office space is a little bit smaller, it fits nicely. It's also just like that perfect square rectangle shape, so it can fit in any corner or on top of your trash can on an Excel for Dummies book. But yeah, and then I also like this one more because the top is flat and it makes it easier to fill. I'm gonna put this back on top of my Excel for Dummies book because I thought that was a clever space for it. And yeah, if there are any questions about the humidifier, this is an electronic, so with this, along with our diffusers, as I discussed earlier, does have our 2-year replacement warranty, so let us know when you get it in those 2 years. Anything happens to it, and then you are good to go. Let's move it right along. We're already on our last product here. Another super simple product, and I like this for pimping out your office and just adding a couple of different elements here. With this product, let me grab it. It's a touchless soap dispenser, but I think for the office, it's really great for hand sanitizer. There are a couple different features here. One, it's wireless. This is battery operated. It takes 4 AA batteries. And then you just swipe your hand underneath it. It's motion censored, and the soap or hand sanitizer or whatever you have in here is going to come out. On the top, there are these 2 little buttons here that have a plus and a minus. And that is going to either increase the flow of what's coming out or decrease the flow, which is why you are able to use this for hand sanitizer, for dish soap, or for hand soap. I currently have hand soap in this. You can see it's pretty watery. So that is helpful for adjusting the flow that comes out of this. Obviously, hand sanitizer is a little bit thicker, so you're going to adjust the flow to have what comes out of that just work better for this. I also think that this is nice and sleek looking. So if you're looking to upgrade your office in that sense, along with the aesthetics of our diffuser, you can add in the cool futuristic aesthetic of our touchless soap dispenser. But this is going to be super important in your office just because it is touchless, so you can put it in a common area, or when people are coming into your office, have them do a little swipe, sanitize, inhale the nice aromatherapy from your diffuser, and then enjoy the humidity and the perfect levels of humidity that are going to be in your office because you have all of these electronics combined to make the ultimate pimped out office experience here. Let me see if there's anything else that I want to talk about with our soap dispenser. Okay, so this thing also, it holds a good amount of soap. It's 17 ounces or 500 milliliters, if that is your unit of measure of choice. But this is going to last for 1,400 washes or squirts, as I would like to say if you're using hand sanitizer. So fill it up once. It's going to be efficient with using whatever product you're putting inside of there. And then it is going to last you for a very long time. So if you get through, I would be curious if you're using hand sanitizer and you've got 1,400 uses out of it, how long that would take. If anyone wants to take that gander and try it out, let me know, because I want to know. I'll just have to see. I've lost count already. I use that in my kitchen, but I don't know how many squirts I've used so far, but someone out there should keep count and then let us know. But yeah, that is our last product here. I'm going to go back and just come back into our chair situation. If anyone has any questions, any comments, let me know where you are watching from. If you are still on the live, let me know what your office situation is. And then I would love to recommend some products that might be good for you. I'm highlighting the Trio again, because this is going to be the ultimate chair upgrade experience. So you can check that out here, especially if you're just joining us. You don't want to miss out on that. We've got our foot cushion, which is down here. Just going to help elevate the legs, going to create some stimulation and help with circulation in those feet. Of course, we got lumbar support to transport and make any chair a little more comfortable for your back and to provide more support and to make sure that you are working with good posture. And then we have a seat cushion that is going to go on your chair. It's the U-shaped seat cushion that comes in that Trio, but then we do have these options for seat cushions as well to make sure that your booty is going to feel good wherever it is seating, and that your hips and your spine and your lower back are all going to be super comfortable in whatever position they are in. I would say of all the products, I'm trying to think about which product I use the most in this office space. It's probably the diffuser. Because the dark brown one lives in this room, basically. I have the cord plugged in always so that I can always have it going, just because I love having some kind of scent happen in here. I also have a dog, and sometimes she's smelly. So, like I said, I love including a non-toxic way to provide vibes and to provide nice smells in my space. So that's going to be great for your office space or just for anywhere. And yeah, I do actually, I'm kind of a light wood fan, but I use the dark wood one more often. Interesting. I mean, the aesthetics in my house are more focused on kind of the light wood color, so it matches more, but this is the one that I have going. You can kind of see now a little bit better because it's getting darker outside. The light color changing. That's my favorite part. Besides the smells, because I love all the smells. But yeah, so I'd say the diffuser and then the seat cushion are the two items. The two items that I cannot live without in my office. Any of these products will help elevate your office experience just a little bit, whether it's going to be a mood changer, whether it's going to be to help keep you a little bit healthier and a little more sanitary in your office, or whether it's going to be something that, or whether, sorry about that little glitch here. Oh, my phone is dying. Okay, so whether it's going to be a mood elevator, if it's going to be something that is going to keep your office a little more sanitary and hygienic, or if it's going to be something that just makes your experience sitting in your office a little more comfortable. So for me, it's the seat cushion and the diffuser. I'm all about the mood and then being comfortable with where I'm sitting. So I hope this was helpful for you guys. I'm going to wrap up now. Please make sure that you are following us on Amazon. The follow button should be on your screen right now, so it should be super easy to click follow. And please send these lives to your friends. We just started doing these lives last month, so we're still relatively new. I think I'll get the back cushion. Yeah, the lumbar support. Get it in blue, Liz. You would love it in blue. Or get it in whatever color you want. But, you know, I'm partial to the blue. And the red. The red. Because the red is going to sell out. So get the red while it lasts. But yeah, make sure you are following us on Amazon. We just started doing these lives. We love interacting with our customers. Thank you to everyone that hung out with me this evening. I really appreciate it. It makes it so much more fun. So yeah, make sure you're following us on Instagram, which is everlasting_comfort. And then also, if you don't mind, also follow us on Amazon. The two kind of go interchangeable with they're both important to follow both of them here. And we'll communicate with you directly on Instagram. If you have any suggestions, any topics, or themes that you would like to see for these lives, please let us know, because we're here for you. So if there's something you want to see, then let us know. And then we'll do it. Also, like I was saying, we are new to Amazon Live, so we're trying to get to 2,000 followers here. On Instagram, we have over 40,000 followers, so let your friends know on Instagram that they should come on over to the Amazon side as well. And then, yeah, stay tuned on Instagram for more announcements about when we're going to be doing lives. We're going to be doing lots of these in the future, so you'll be able to catch a live, like, every day of the week. We'll see. We'll have lots of lives going, so we'll be able to talk about all the products. And make sure you're following on Amazon, because we do have several new products coming out over the next couple of months. No teasers yet. You guys know that we talked about our back stretcher, but so that's our most newest product. But we have some more exciting stuff coming out as well. Some stuff memory foam, some stuff not memory foam. So you've got something for everyone. And that is basically it. I am Rebecca. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Wherever you are, I hope that you are living your best everlasting comfort life. Please join me again another time. I'd love to see you guys. And that is basically it. I'm trying to see if there's anything I forgot. Yeah, have a great rest of your evening, and we'll see you guys soon. I'm out.